Etsuko's so busy and packed with eventful days. Almost doesn't seem like Etsuko invited us to her Taiko presentation just this Monday. In the new June decorations, our new adventures into the old twilight of the gods, followed by a blackout in the Blast Bros Bonanza yesterday. Proud of my adult self's ability to keep to my schedule despite all that. All that to say today is Etsuko's Taiko presentation. I made sure I would attend it this time around. But I still have a few hours until then, so I stopped by the usual Daisukiyo, my go-to Japanese bowl fast food restaurant on the way. I'm about to order my usual beef bowl with extra scallion when the brand new limited edition spicy kimchi bowl catches my eye. Doesn't sound half bad. I place my order and take a seat by the window. Back in high school, I used to be self-conscious about eating on my own, though I was initially determined to be the loner who scoffs at chatty groups of teens. Soon found myself becoming one of them as Barbara snagged bits of my lunch and dragged me around during recess. I got so used to it when her friends from other classes came around, I had no clue how to proceed. No matter how much my edgelord persona had lost its edge by then, asking to join them was beyond me. Before I could confirm whether my presence was welcome or not, I'd casually wander off to find a place to eat by myself. That actually reminds me of Etsuko and maybe something I dreamt about recently. This expectation that I'll be able to see her later today is also strangely familiar. We did make a habit of meeting there whenever possible. Alright now. Where can I eat my lunch in peace without looking too uncool? Slip by the cafeteria and take note of the lack of available tables. The outside patio is too rowdy, and if I go to the soccer court, I risk taking a ball to the face. That didn't sound right. Anyway, no food is allowed in the library or in the labs, so as I make my way down the hallway, the sounds of recess gradually fade away as I wander through the older portion of the school building. Oh. Stairway that leads to the school terrace. The sacred territory reserved for main characters. Rather suitable. Why didn't I think of this before? I eagerly start climbing up the steps to my newfound haven, but as I turn the corner of the staircase, I realize I'm not alone. Etsuko. Unaware of my presence, she silently reaches for the handle of the door leading to the terrace. I hesitate to call out to her, mesmerized by the unexpected scene. But she catches sight of me from the corner of her eye and yelps. When? You startled me, showing up out of the blue? Etsuko, what are you doing up there? You know... She looks away for a second, twirling a lock of hair between her fingers. I want to try having lunch on the terrace? Guess we thought of the same thing. Is it open? That's what I'm about to find out. It's usually locked. I've been coming here to check every day. Such determination. You really want to go there, huh? Her eyes light up and she balls her hands into excited fists. Isn't that where the main characters eat lunch? Yeah, it is. Who would have thought another protagonist wandered here on this very day? Why did they lock it anyway? Are we not supposed to go there? No idea, but someone's bound to forget eventually. Maybe today. Perhaps. Will you be my accomplice? Sure. Etsuko finally reaches for the knob once again, grips it with determination, and turns it. It's unlocked! Look, Gwen! It opened! She beams at me, throwing the door agape. Without a moment to lose, we both step out onto the terrace. Not a single cloud in sight, just an impossibly blue canvas. Has the skyscape always been this vast? Somehow it feels like the tall buildings surrounding the school never existed. But even in my reverie, a nagging voice in the back of my head warns me we could get in trouble for just being here. Awesome! The weather is perfect too! Come on, let's eat before recess ends! Etsuko's joyful voice rings louder than my thoughts. I let myself get swept up and sit next to her in a sunny spot. So what do you bring? I open the lid of my bento box, revealing a pair of fluffy abauzi. Nikomon? Well, I guess they're the same, but I call them baozi. Oh, that's a Chinese name, right? Are you just gonna eat them cold? It still tastes fine, it's just leftovers anyway. You say so. Me, I really love the big ones they sell at Libertad with a little karashi. It's so yummy. Do you want one? Okay, I'll trade you then. She opens up her own bento box, revealing a set of round deep-fried sweets. Bolino de Xuava? I take one of them and inspect it closely. There's Sata and Dongi in Okinawa at least, but I guess it's sort of the same. Come to think of it, you could also call them donuts. But donuts are supposed to be ring shaped, no? Huh? But there's also donuts with filling, right? Like cream or jelly. So not only a donut if it's got a hole in the middle? She seems to be giving it some serious thought. Hydration. Very important. I take a bite of the Bolino de Chuaba / Santa Andagi / donut and ponder. That is that which we call a donut. By any other name would taste as sweet. Etsuko, who had just taken a bite out of the baozi I offered, suddenly brings a hand to cover her mouth, checkily and nearly choking on the steamed bun. Shakespeare? I blushed up to my ears. Was that lame? What? Shakespeare is just common knowledge, right? Despite my ego taking a blow, I give her a couple of pats on the back, trying to soothe her coughing fit. Her coughing subsides, but the laughter goes on a bit longer. I steal another Sata Andagi in the meantime. No, you're right. Shakespeare has everything to do with snacks. In fact, now I really want to eat some Romeo and Julieta. I chuckle. Alright, next time I'll bring cheese, and you bring gawe bata. Deal? Deal! A secret meeting in the Forbidden Terrace. Exactly. I find myself grinning, looking forward to the next escapade. Somehow, it doesn't even occur to us that the door might be locked the next day. But that didn't matter right then. All that mattered were the clear skies, the taste of Sata Andagi, and the promise of something starting. The memory of that day was suddenly so vivid, my taste buds were slightly confused by the present flavor of spicy cabbage. This is not the best place for that kind of fried snack, but since I'm going to Liberdade anyway, might as well grab a dessert along the way. It's almost time for Etsuko's Taiko show. As soon as I step out of the snack-filled cafe, I'm greeted by the warm rays of the early afternoon sun. It's unusually hot for early June. Liberdade Square, an already busy place, is more crowded than usual. The food stalls have multiplied and lines have increased, not to mention the stage has been set up. Before diving into the sea of people to make my way there, I check my phone hoping for updates from Barbara and Sigurd. I could use some backup right now. Etsu! I'm so sorry! Luna's puking some weird stuff. I don't know if I'll make it on time for your show. Nah. No way, me too. You're puking weird stuff too? No. I'll explain later, but I don't think I'll make it either. Please forgive me, Etsuko. When? Make sure you record it! Great, the whole town seems to be here, but my friends bail on me. That's too bad. I hope Luna's okay. I'm up in a couple of minutes, so gotta go. She goes offline. I wasn't even able to tell her I was here. Guess I'll head to the stage then. The sun is blazing, and every couple of seconds, someone eager to get close to the stage bumps into me. Ow! Oops, my bad. Look down and notice someone dropped a whole tray of yakisoba on my shoe. Just my luck. But before I can even say anything, a loud voice blasts through the speakers. Thank you! That was an amazing dance. Next up is the Okinawan Taiko group. Oh, that's her. The announcer steps aside and people in colorful uniforms take the stage. Etsuko is right there in the center of the stage. A huge red drum hangs from her shoulders. Yikes, that looks heavy. I raise my hand to wave at her, but she looks dead serious. She closes her eyes and everything is silent for a moment. Dodon! I almost fall over from the reverberating thump emanating from her taiko. A sound this powerful could probably make a heart start beating again more efficiently than a defibrillator. What is this? As the sound grows with the whole group joining in waves, it's as if everything is swept into its beat. I no longer hear any chatter or city noises around me, only the rhythmic drumming reverberating through my body. Ha! Ah! Ha! 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 Iyasasa? So immersed in the performance, my world quivers when a particularly intense yell reaches my ears. Despite the momentary shock, I'm enraptured by the ground-shaking choreography. What the? I kind of feel like shouting along with them. The experience fills my mind with mysterious images, and throughout all that, Imagine look directly at Etsuko. Not only is she beating that drum with complete control and total sync with the group, but she is also doing some tough-looking choreography, raising her feet high in the air and turning with every few beats. She turns again, droplets of sweat fly off her bangs and her brows furrowed in deep concentration, and lands with strength and precision. The ground seems to shake with the group's powerful steps. Wow, she really is so cool. The song continues and I let myself be taken in by it. The beat is cheerful and optimistic, and the way the drummers move makes them seem otherworldly. Everyone seems to be deeply connected in a way I can hardly understand. At this point, I can no longer tell the difference between my heartbeat and the drumming. I'm only reminded of my mundane existence in the middle of a crowd when the song ends, and surprisingly, my heart still beats. The audience around me cheers and claps, and for a second I almost forget to do the same. I still don't have diamonds! Keep quiet. Can't really bring myself to join in the jolly vibe. I also don't want to distract her. Stand there and try not to stare too much. Etsuko's group plays a couple more songs and bow deeply to the energetic audience. They exit the stage and another group pours in. I'm super thirsty and imagine Etsuko must be even more so. I quickly slip into a shop and buy 2 big cups of bubble tea. I stumble back towards the stage, desperately hoping I didn't miss her. There she is. I catch a glimpse of her bright yellow uniform and she soon spots me and comes my way. Ugh. Here. Great job. Hand her one of the cups. Oh, thanks. She glances at the lavender liquid inside. He remembered I like taro flavor with peach bubbles. Well, yeah, that's the unusual combo you always got back in high school. I was craving for some of this. It's super hot today. She leans back on the railings beside me and sips her drink. Hey, thanks for inviting me today. I mean, you invite everyone, but I'm really glad I came. I started apologizing for not going to her Taiko show back in high school, but my gut tells me to focus on the present. I'd never heard something like this before. I was kind of nervous and full of things in my mind before I came, but now I feel so refreshed, like I was reset. Really hits the heart, huh? There I go, spilling random cheesy crap again. I truly felt that way, though. Etsuko is silent for a moment, then smiles. Thanks! I know it's really hot and crowded today, but I'm glad you came. This is something really important to me. I can see that. It's also really different from the sound you guys make with the band. It is, isn't it? She looks up at the impossibly blue sky, then turns to me. I want to try bringing them together, though. I want to incorporate the Taiko into power metal. For a moment, I don't know how to reply. I guess it's kind of hard to imagine that sound, huh? Taiko and power metal. No, I think you can definitely do it. I've seen you on the drum set and the Taiko, and you're amazing at both of them. What's more, I can tell how much you enjoy playing, so I'd love to hear that fusion. She flashes a smile at me. I'll show it to you for sure. There's no reason we can't have the best of both worlds, right? Right. We're silent for a moment. She looks me up and down. By the way, what happened to your shoe? Look down and, yes, of course. There are some noodles tangled with my shoelace, accompanied by mushrooms and some lovely brown sauce covering my sneakers. Another usual day of work at the office. Except instead of everyone doing their thing quietly, just pulling up a thing. Except instead of everyone doing their thing quietly, the morning started with Chico giving a motivational speech. So that's the plan, guys. We've got a lot to look forward to at that huge game festival. I know the schedule is tight, but we're all in this together. Let's watch each other's backs just like our heroes in Healing Quest do. Defeat the final boss. Everyone in the office stares at Chico awkwardly. Are we supposed to defeat you? No, I mean, I'm not the actual boss, the metaphorical one. I see. Then what does the final boss stand for? The hardships. The deadline, I think. You guys get to the final stretch, so let's keep it up. If anything comes up, let me know. Most of the team chuckles good-naturedly at Chico's attempt at a motivational speech and gives some affirmative responses. Everyone gets back to their seats and quickly start typing or drawing. The rhythmic clacking sound makes a comfortable background noise, like the whole room is absorbed in this Greek percussive performance. Gusto is grinning at me. I realize that I'm bobbing my head back and forth to the pace of a song, playing only in my mind, and smile inexplicably. I awkwardly fix my posture. Posture check! Someone's in a good mood. Guess I am. The Taiko performance I got to experience in the weekend really left an impression on me. The way every member of the group seemed to be connected, the unity in their sound, that's ideal teamwork. You could say that. However, team can do something like that as well. I try to focus on my screen, which is Healing Quest running, and notice something seems to be missing from my hero's movements. Right back, I gotta check on something with the art team. Get up and make my way towards Kawa's desk. Morning. Hey, good morning. Aaaand and Beto also look up from the tablets to greet me quickly. Sorry to interrupt, I just saw the new Queen Slime Idol animation. It's looking great. Thank you. Aaaand had some pretty good input on the colors. Awesome. My gaze falls on Kawa's desk, decorated with a few figurines and an open notebook filled with sketches. Sorry, my desk's a bit messy. Begins tidying up despite it being in a way better state than my own. Last night, I was just thinking you've really settled in. Yeah, everyone's really been really welcoming. It's like I've been part of the team since forever. It does feel that way. Curious to see what his creative process is like. I leaned over to get a better look at his sketchbook. What are you working on, by the way? Those are just doodles, so... Kawa uncharacteristically flails a bit and flips the notebook closed. Seemed pretty cool, though. Having someone see my unfinished drafts is a bit tough. The usually open Kawa being bashful is kind of endearing. Anna suddenly pops up from behind her screen. Kawa is really fussy about his WIPs. He'll show us a fully rendered picture and say, sorry, it's so rough. Because my first drafts are a real mess, I can barely make sense of them myself. I understand, Kawa. Show me some of your sketchbook. It's like bearing your heart. The way she says that with such a straight face makes me hold back a chuckle. That's right, so, Like Kawa has a pure heart. I wish he'd let us see it. See, we're not worthy yet worthy. That's not it, it's just embarrassing. Just when I was starting to get the hang of this teasing thing I'm so often subject to, a rare voice pipes up. Kawa, ask Gwen about that thing. Kawa's suddenly back in business mode, the blush quickly fading from his cheeks. We wanted to confirm something about the heroes combo. Oh yeah, in fact, I wanted to check on that. The animation's done, but I don't think it's been implemented yet. Really? I'm pretty sure that should be in the game by now. I'll go check. Excusing myself, I head back towards my desk and quickly scroll through the task list. Seems like Vio was in charge of this one. She's always fast with her delivery, so this is unusual. Go check on her. Make my way towards her workspace and stand beside her desk, but she seems unaware of my presence. Hesitantly, I pat her on the shoulder. Hey, Vio— Wah! Wah! Jumped back, just as surprised as she was. Sorry, I didn't sense your presence at all. I guess I'm a bit on edge today. My bad. I should have tried calling you. We both take a few moments to calm down as Augusta chuckles at our mutual scare. Any updates on the hero's combo? Her gaze turns a bit more tense. Looking closely at those dark circles around her eyes. Oh, it's a little late. Sorry. What happened? You see, for the combo, I gotta process the user's input, right? So I have to run the game on my own phone? Yeah, sorry about that. Chico mentioned we didn't have the budget for any extra smartphones for testing. No, I get it! The thing is, my phone has sort of been going off a lot. She looks away, gesturing towards her phone, which keeps buzzing with incoming calls, even as Healing Quest runs. Is it him? Yeah, I tried putting on Do Not Disturb mode, but for some reason calls, the messaging app still come through? That's not ideal. Oh, how about using airplane mode and turning off the Wi-Fi? That would stop incoming calls, but I still need the internet to run the Healing Quest. Oh, duh, you're right. Well, in that case, well, I have an idea. If the problem is your phone, I got it. Oh, if you're okay with just getting away from the calls, use my phone to run the game. Is that okay? Don't you need it? It's fine. I assure you that not as many messages are gonna pop up. Take the device out of my pocket, unlock the screen, and offer it to her. Just in case the password is... I signal her a sequence of numbers using my fingers. Bea accepts the phone and looks wide-eyed at me for a moment before breaking into a small smile. Sure do, trust me. Yeah, I mean, why not? It's not like I have anything particularly scandalous to hide. Bea also trusted me with her phone the other day. I wouldn't expect her to go rummaging through my files unnecessarily. Thanks, Wen. What's this now? We're looking through Wen's phone. I want in. No. Bea chuckles. Don't worry, I'll keep it out of his reach. And if you don't mind, could you take care of that for me then? Bea points to her own phone sitting on the desk. Of course, deal. By the way, if you ever get stuck like this, let me know, okay? For some reason, the invisible sound of the Taiko drum seems to grow louder in my head. Technical stuff or otherwise, we're a team, so let's support each other however we can. Kawa's foggy glasses and the smell of chamomile flashes into my mind. I know, if we could have some tea, it's calming. Are you guys having a touching teamwork moment? Don't leave me out! Augusta skips towards us, wrapping his arms around our shoulders and tries to pull us into a group hug. Programmers! You can count me for everything! Jeez, alright, I get it! Bea can't help but laugh at the exaggerated display of affection. I feel like I can get some work done now. Let's have tea during coffee break? Augusta slowly releases us. Let me know if there are any bugs. Yeah, me too. We'll fix it together. Yay, a friend in need. Alright, let's do this. Thanks for the trust, Wen. I nod and head on to my next task. Subway doors closed behind me by a thread. Phew, made it. It's well past rush hour, so the train is not too crowded. I managed to find an empty seat and settle down. I hug my backpack and lean against the window. I keep thinking about what's been happening to Bea these last couple of weeks. Although for once, I seem to have made a good choice. After I handed Bea my phone that day, she seemed to be in high spirits and finished the task surprisingly fast. Guessing that moment when she needed most was someone's trust in her and in their work. And somehow I gave her just that. I don't know how things are with her boyfriend. As per her wishes, I kept her phone turned off while acting as its guardian. I suppose setting boundaries like this is a good thing. Lesson in teamwork, I guess? If I had this knowledge a few years ago, group projects in school wouldn't have been such a struggle. That really wasn't my strong suit back then. Anyway, I'm so tired, I could probably fall asleep despite the shaking of the train. Let's take a nap. It's no use. I'll let a huge yawn and let my heavy eyelids fall close. Next stop, Swade. Exit through the doors on the left. My eyes dart open. I find myself double-checking if my phone is still safely in my pocket and scramble out the train. Diamonds! Just a short 15-minute nap, but I feel positively refreshed. As I stride through the station, I ponder. Though I'm always feeling tired lately and the Bea thing worries me, somehow there seem to be lots of little moments that keep me fueled. It's been a while since I felt this hopeful. Feeling refreshed after a good shower and a reasonably filling meal, my thoughts start taking a clearer shape. Sometimes when we see a couple fighting, it's hard to imagine they actually get along the rest of the time. What I mean is, a part of me thinks Bea deserves better, but that is because all I got to see was one of their bad sides. And if there is one thing I know is that a relationship can... If there's one thing I know is that a relationship that can be summed up as either good or bad is definitely on the rarer side of things. My relationship with Nina may have left a bad aftertaste, but that does not mean it was bad. Not always, and not completely. Sometimes I forget how it all felt, but maybe it is okay to treasure some memories after all. Like that afternoon in June 10 years ago. June was nearing its end, but winter vacation still seemed far away. Before finals, we still had to face the hurdle of the Don Cosmero group project, which was proving to be more challenging than I initially thought. Not only was the book wordy as hell, my brain was in the whirlwind since Festa Junina. So, did you manage to finish reading? Almost. I'm close to the end. What happened to the chapter I read last night again? Bentinho's jealousy of or Caputo's alleged betrayal were far from my mind then. What kept popping up was the hot pink heart-shaped card I had received. Had to have been from Nina. The only alternative would be a prank. But I suspect I'm a bit too low profile in school to warrant those sorts of hijinks. Either way, that one letter opened the whole world before me. Nina, a cute, gentle girl, was interested in me. Enough to write that message despite being incredibly shy. Somehow that made her even more adorable. I had laid in bed for longer than I would care to admit, my copy of Dom Casimiro tossed aside in favor of staring at the ceiling, imagining the possible outcomes of the situation. My heart thumped in my chest. How would I face her tomorrow? Yeah, so, about Escobar's funeral? Escobar's what? Oh my god, sorry, I spoiled it! Well, it's a book from 1899, which I was supposed to have finished reading already, so I can hardly blame her. I really wasn't paying attention to a single word I read yesterday. Come to think of it, I vaguely remember something about him going for a swim or something. I guess he drowned. Too bad, seemed like an alright guy. I think I did get to the part where he died. Sorry, I guess I was spacing out. Thinking about you. Am I the only one who's super nervous right now? Try to examine Nina's expression. As usual, her gaze is fixated downwards, her bangs falling over her eyes. Her hands filled with the hem of her sweater or the pages of her notebook. Can't really tell from her usual mannerisms whether she's more nervous than usual or not. It's okay, we still have some time until the project is due. And most of it we can still do even without knowing the end of the story. Right, we just gotta think, what would we do in Bentinho's shoes? I have no idea though. I can relate to the grumpy side of his, but other than that... What do you think? Me? I think it's kind of suspicious. Oh? Nina brings her hand to her chin and tilts her head to the side. Hydration. Well, there was that scene in which Bentino went to the theater alone and ran to Escobar at his house when he came back early. There we go. His excuse to be there didn't really make a lot of sense and could be to kind of lied about being sick. When you put it like that, it does sound kind of suspicious. Sorry, these subtleties tend to fly by me. But the biggest thing is Ezekiel, I think. The way he looks so much like Escobar is proof that Bentinho is so obsessed with Escobar that he is projecting his own attraction to his childhood friend onto his loyal wife. What? Come on! You didn't think I noticed it? You didn't notice that Bentino's wholly in love with Escobar? Barb, the librarian's gonna get mad at us. It's Etsuko. The librarians are about to censor me for speaking the truth, and it's over for Brazilian literature. Hi, Win. Hi, Nina. Sorry for barging in. I knew we'd find you here. Hi. Nina greets my friends in a small voice and shrinks into her chair. As expected of you, Barbara, putting your yaoi goggles on for a lit project? There's no need to put on any goggles. It's all there, in the text. How they hug back in the seminar, I bet, much to the priest's dismay, how Bentinho feels up Escobar's arm muscles. Bentinho is canon. I rest my case. I raised an objection, but to be honest, I didn't read deeply enough to argue. I'm excited to see how that presentation is going to turn out. Too bad I'm in a different class. Are you guys here to work on the lit project as well? No, we actually came to escort you. It's Blast Bros Friday! Nina, would you like to come too? Barbara's house is pretty close by. We're just gonna walk there. I'm not very good at those. It's super easy. I'll teach you how to beat Wen's butt. Hey, that's Rich coming. I come back as a retort by Nina pinching at the fabric of my sleeve. She seems awfully uncomfortable with Barbara and Etsuko's sudden appearance and clearly not very excited about playing video games with them. In a soft voice, she whispers, Can we talk? My eyes widen and butterflies make a flurry on my stomach. Maybe this is it. Okay. You guys go on ahead without me today. We gotta focus on the project. Alright, join us when you're done. And heed my hot take, Etsuko Bentine, how Israel, my AU fanfic is gonna blow your mind. Got it. With that, Etsuko waves goodbye and drags Barbara outside with her. Then silence fills the library. I'm not sure how to proceed, and I'm a little hesitant to face Nina. I'm about to reach for my book and pretend to skim through it for important information when I realize she's still got the hold of my sleeve. Finally, I turn towards her. So... It's about the festival, Nina? My heart skips a beat. You probably already realized this, but the letter you got from the Cupid? I was the one who wrote it. Suck my breath and my eyes widen. Oh my god, it's happening. Keep calm. Keep freaking calm. Well, it mentioned the lit project, so I figured. Managed to say, blinking rapidly and averting my eyes in nervousness. Though I had imagined this scene hundreds of times in the past few days, now that it's finally happening in real life, I can't remember any line I picture myself saying. But suddenly, I feel her gaze on me for the first time and have to look back at her. Her brow is furrowed and she's biting her lips, struggling to find what words to say next. It made me really happy reading that message from you. I finally blurt out. Her expression immediately softens with relief. Really? Yeah, I really like spending time with you too. Her face quivers ever so slightly. No, not just that. What I mean is, I like you too. Corners of Nina's mouth form a smile I'd never seen before. Come to think of it, maybe she's never bared her teeth openly in front of me. The view doesn't last too long as Nina soon looks away again, but she's still smiling. I realize this is the longest we've held eye contact so far. So, what do we do now? I've never dated anyone. I mean, not that we have to date. She seems to be shrinking again. I've never dated anyone either. Guess the next step is we date and figure out what that is together. Sort of amazed at myself for being able to say it without stammering. Nina looks up at me again, face beaming red. Okay. We sit there in silence for a few moments. How are we supposed to get back to work with this sort of atmosphere? Alright. I say, clapping my copy of Dom Casimiro shut. How about we leave Bentino and Capito aside for today and go have some ice cream? Yes! I know a place nearby. They always get to with Etsuko and Barbara, but she doesn't need to know that. It's got a great Paso Quina flavor to celebrate the Festa Junina vibes. That sounds great. Nina also starts packing her stuff. In a few minutes, we're out of the cultural center and joyfully making our way down the street towards the ice cream shop. My heart was full of childish excitement. Back then, I had no idea what path this relationship would take. But even now, the fact that some good memories still linger only makes it more confusing. What did it all even mean? What did I do all that for? Into Chapter 2. Chapter 3. Collision Course. Well, now it is time for Castles and Champions. I think it's good to call this there. A couple of videos it ended up being. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the videos, the last couple videos, consider tossing a like, comment, subscribe. Maybe click the bell for notifications. Also be sure to check out the description below. Various links, social media, Discord. Come hang out. Get notifications there as well. And until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!